Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. I'm Patty. I'm an intuitive, a reader, and a healer on the twin flame path myself, here to read you a message for your twin flame journey. I believe that if you have found this video and this channel, you've been guided to do so. If you love the content, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the tribe. Make sure that you tap into your intuition. Make sure that you are following your internal guidance. It's really important. And every thumbs up to the video is so valuable. I love every one of you. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and get into the reading. Welcome to your pick a card reading on what is the fate of your connection. We're talking about the connection that you have at the forefront of your mind. So we are doing pick a wheel of fortune. There are three options to choose from. You can choose by the card, by the stone, or by the number 1, 2, or 3. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong way. Just make sure to listen to your gut. That's your intuition talking to you. Okay? The first option is this Wheel of Fortune. This is from the Tarot Grand Luxe. These are all decks by Ciro Marchetti with the Labradorite palm stone. Second option is this Wheel of Fortune. This is from the Tarot of Dreams. And that is with the green Kyanite. And then the third option is this Wheel of Fortune from the Illuminated Tarot with the Carnelian stone. Tap in, pause the video if you need to. Welcome also to my subscribers. I love you and I'm so happy to see you back, and welcome to anyone new. Please subscribe and be part of this gorgeous community. We're going to have lots of great questions and answers coming up here for you to see. Hit that subscribe bell with a little all, and you'll get the notifications for all of these videos so you won't miss anything. Okay, I will see you in your option. Welcome all who chose the Tarot Grand Luxe, the Wheel of Fortune, with the Labradorite palm stone. This is your reading. Set that aside. I'm going to take the Wheel of Fortune and put it back in the deck so we have a full deck to work from. We are asking, what is the fate of your connection? So we're going to get into some pretty specific questions and we'll get channeled answers. First of all, so the Eight of Pentacles came out in the reverse before I'm ready to pull. It's like there's been some stagnancy here, that the connection hasn't been worked on in the recent past. There's stagnancy here. And so that's one of the reasons you're here, trying to find out what's going on with this connection. Let me make sure I've got my cards all in the upright. Yeah. Okay, we'll put that out of coins back in. I'm going to go ahead and do some Palo Santo and call on Spirit. Get the energy nice and clean and clear. Wow, that caught really well. Look at the edge of that. That's interesting how there is this V pattern burning on that wood. Never seen it do that before. Okay. Let's clear out the energy here. Let's get all the cards. Okay, some for me, some for you. Great. Spirits, angels, guides, ancestors, protectors, thank you for being with me here today, always. And always, I can't speak. Is there a communication problem in your connection? I know that's very common for twin flame connections, but I feel like someone is tongue-tied and not talking. Okay. Help me be a clear and accurate channel for messages that come out for the watchers of this video. Help bring them clarity in their twin flame connection. They are here to find out what the fate of their connection is. And when we talk about the fate of the connection is as it stands today. Okay? Time is fluid, energy is fluid, connections change. There is not one set path in life ever. Free will exists and our paths change all the time depending on the choices that we make. This is a heads up to tell you, as things stand now, where things are heading. Okay? Grounding. When I'm grounding, when I say that, anyone that's new or not familiar to that, I'm planting my feet on the ground. And any negative or excess energy, I'm pushing out and down and dispersing it into the earth, basically. And then I'm being rejuvenated with warm, positive energy from a source above. Okay. Protecting Archangel Michael, surround me with your protection as I surround myself with a bubble of white light protection. And everybody's energy is different. People have a different color for their energy. Mine is white light. When I had my awakening, that was the first thing I knew, was there was this white light energy coming from me. It was crazy. It seemed crazy, you know, when all that is new. Very much seems that way. And yeah, I've heard people say they have purple light or pink or red or whatever. You would think mine might be red, but no, that's just the color that I resonate with most closely, but my energy is actually white. Okay. All right. So let's start with the tarot, and we're going to ask our first question. In our overarching question is, what is the fate of this connection? The first pointed question to Spirit for the watchers of this video is about communication. For those of you in for little or no meaningful communication about your connection, tell me about that, Spirit. Give me one card, and then I'm going to clarify that card. Tell me about communication in this connection. I get two. I wanted one. But we get what we get. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Coins upright now. So when we started, the Eight of Coins came out in the reverse. So in this connection, people have not been working on communication, one partner or both. That's like the present or past energy that I was getting for this connection. Like, the reason you're here is, man, new communication. I don't know what's happening. But what I get now for communication in this connection coming up, I get people putting work into communication. I get this reversing. This is writing itself. Putting work into communication. Good, meaningful communication too. The Magician manifesting that. Manifesting. I get both partners manifesting good communication in this connection. It's at the bottom of the deck. Page of Wands. Action. Getting ready. Page is always to me planning. Because a page isn't a knight, a queen, or a king. You know, they're not, they're still kind of at a beginning stage, but working on that and wanting to take actual action. Wands are action. Okay, I'm going to use my Modern Love Oracle. And for this set, these go together. This manifesting, working on the connection. Clarify that for me. Clarify that for me. Okay, we got two. Empty Seat and Brothers. Okay, don't worry about the gender of the card, brothers, sisters. This is about someone you can trust to communicate. They're your confidant. The people in this connection, the watchers of this video, your twin flame is not just a lover for you. They are your confidant, that they are your friend. And it's time to get back to treating this person as a friend, to confiding in them. It's time to get back to confiding in each other. You miss them, and Empty Seat is all about missing someone, feeling alone without them, without this conversation. This is the communication piece, right? We're not talking about anything else here. So when we put these cards together, both of you want so much to really work on this, genuinely put the work in to start talking to each other, start being one another's confidant again, the person that you can trust. I think that you both went out into the world and found out that you can't trust everyone, but your twin flame is the person you can. You just miss them. You feel alone without them, without having that sounding board. I'm getting the word sounding board. Like the person that you could bounce any idea or thought off of. I see this really changing. We got that 8 of Coins in reverse right at the beginning. That was no mistake. Because now we have it uprights, and the 8 of Coins is all about putting in the effort, putting in the work, finding something valuable enough to really invest your time and energy into. So the fate of this connection, the communication is about to change. It's about to get better. You guys are both going to be putting in the work and trusting each other again to communicate with each other. All right, next question. Let's shuffle those a bit. And shuffle these a bit. The next question is going to be when you will meet in person. Okay, I do not generally do timelines, right? I kind of feel like they're the devil because they set up expectations. But because this is a very pointed question reading, I am going to roll the dice and we're going to get an intuitive answer on when you might be actually in person with this person next. Talking about this, where your communication bumps up from phone calls or messaging to actually being in person, communicating about your connection. So this isn't just coffee talking about the weather. This is actually talking about your twin flame connection and where it's headed. This is the serious conversation, okay? Okay, Spirit, for the watchers of this option, the Labradorite, really be tapping into your person, guys. Be thinking about them, guys, girls, people. I'm a Californian, we just say that. Be thinking about your person. Tap in. Let me make that energetic connection with you as I read. Okay, I know that you're watching it later, but like, again, we say it all the time. Time is fluid, and that's a real thing. Okay. Tell me about the next in-person meet where you will actually be dealing with the fate of this connection with your person. Tell me about that. One card. Tell me about that. There it is. The Hermit. I'm gonna, what's at the bottom of the deck? The 9 of Wands. There's a lot of worry about this in-person meeting. Your person, look, watcher, I'm not going to assume you're a divine masculine or divine feminine. I know that more divine feminines watch these readings, but I know that I have divine masculines that do watch, so I'm not going to make that assumption. So you put the characters in your connection where they fit. The divine masculine in this connection is quite worried about the in-person meeting. There's something that feels very, they feel very defensive about what's going to go down at that meeting. For some reason, in-person is very different for your person. They're really, really hiding, right? A hermit can be a lot of different things, but with the Nine of Wands here, with all this defensive-ness, this feeling like, I don't want to battle. I don't want to battle. I've been through enough battles, and I'm really, really pulling back right now because I don't want another battle. I'm going to clarify. I want to get a clarifier from the Light Seers Tarot on the Hermit here. Why is the Divine Masculine so concerned? Three of Cups. Okay. There's a third-party situation here, and the Divine Masculine is really worried about having to talk in person about that. You can't see the differences when you're communicating by text or when you're communicating over the phone or whatever. And not as much on the phone, but when you're doing electronic communication, you can dodge things, right? You can kind of dance around questions and things like that. But when you're in person with someone, there is no hiding anything. And the masculine is very worried about talking about the third party situation, whatever it is for you. I'm not delving into what the third party situation is. You know what it is for your situation. It is whatever or whoever kept you two apart. And it's what the Divine Masculine allowed to keep you two apart. So there's something that the masculine allowed to come between you. It could be a romantic partner, it could be a sexual partner, it could be a family member, it could be a job, it could be in anything. Only you know what that is for your connection. That's really not what we're going into here. But we are talking about the in-person meeting, and they are very defensive about this third-party situation right now. They're really kind of hiding away from this in-person. King of Swords, yeah, they're concerned. And really in the energy of logic and not in heart space. I think that I just feel a lot of resistance, fear, and defensiveness in all of these cards here. And hiding back from that in person. They're worried about it. Justice. I mean, there's been an injustice here. I'm just picking up cards off the bottom of the deck here. There's been an injustice here, and I think that first of all, your person is worried that when they do tell you about this third-party situations, you're going to go all King of Swords on them and cut them off. They don't want to fight, and so they've been hanging back from having this conversation. Knight of Wands, they had some player energy here, guys. This may really well be a romantic or a sexual third-party situation, because we're talking about Knight of Wands behavior where you're just not being faithful, not having a faithful energy in the past. And they know when you get in person, they're going to have to talk about it. Judgment, they're afraid of being judged. Okay. They've had a wake-up call about this situation. They know what they did was wrong now. They know that it was not just. And Two of Wands here. Two of Wands here. They want the new beginning. They're holding the wand there. But they know that it could go with another wand here over in the corner. It's like they want this one, right? They want this passionate new beginning with you. But they know that you have another option. It's like you could go a different direction. And they're concerned about that. Hold on, let me look at the cards here. So I've got a 9 showing with the Hermit, and I've got a 9 showing with the 9 of Wands. Okay, these are my two numbers on the board. So it could be the 9th of a month. This reading is being pulled in June. And it is what, June 6th today. We could be looking at June 9th. We could be looking at July 9th. We could be looking at August 9th. If you're watching this next year, you know, the next month coming up, we could be looking at September. I'm going to roll the dice and see what we get. Spirit, give me some numbers that will help us. And we've got 7. Okay, 7, 9. We could be looking at July 9th. Sometime between now and July 9th. We could be looking at September 7th or sometime in between there. It's going to be different for everyone. It's really, really difficult to do a timeline when we're doing a collective reading like this. It's why I don't usually do it. I don't feel like this conversation is super far off if this is resonating for you. But I feel like we got a 7 and a 9 here. Judgment is the 20. And these cards don't always, like Justice here, there's no number on Justice, but Judgment, the 20 is there. So there could be something like July 20th or September 20th as well. And like I said, some of these are going to fit with some people and not with others, okay? So don't get things too fixed in your head, because if a date that you fix in your head comes and goes and you don't hear from your person, it can really lower your vibration. So be careful about that. This is just confirmation. So if conversation comes up relating to one of these numbers, that's confirmation with you when that happens, that this reading really fed into that for you. But just be careful about setting up expectations, please. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Interesting. The communication is coming. Just realize that when your person comes forward, they're nervous about it. Okay? They are definitely nervous about communicating with you. Or at least the Divine Masculine is here. I saw that. Okay. Our next question is your person, watcher, your person's outlook on the future of this connection. Give me one card for your person's outlook on the future of this connection. What is your person's outlook on the future of this connection? Their personal outlook. What is there? And then we're talking currently when you watch this reading. 2 of Coins. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. I'm going to clarify that with the Light Seers Tarot. Clarify this 2 of Coins, which is also 2 of Pentacles. Clarify that 2 of Coins, your person's outlook on the future of this connection. There it is. The World. Okay, nice. I'm going to get one from the Modern Love Oracle, another clarifier. And I'll tell you what I'm seeing here. It's good. Okay, we got, well, why did so many flip? We're going to take, okay, hold on here. We had 4 flip. I'm just going to take them. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Coins in the World, and then we've got No Trespassing, which is hard boundaries. Sex, which is craving someone, needing physical touch from someone. We've got Making a Move, action, travel, coming forward. This is a very significant card here. And then we've got Rescue. Extricate, to save someone. Your person's outlook on this connection. Okay, look, let's look at the main card, which is the Two of Coins. With this particular Two of Coins, we've got this figure holding two objects in their hand, 2 pentacles, right? One pentacle, and these are both solid, tangible choices. One, they are holding up and are absolutely fixated on. One is under the hand, ready to be dropped, but hasn't been dropped yet. So there's something in your person's life that they haven't dropped, but they are absolutely fixated on you. So the future of this connection, they are focused on you. With the World here, they're going to be completing this cycle, this, you know, Two of Coins is usually juggling, right? This person is not juggling. They're actually fixated on one and ready to drop the other. There is a completion to this cycle coming up for your person. So I feel like they're going to be dropping any other option or third-party situation. We saw the third-party situation in the last question that they're worried about, right? We saw that as a worry for them. They're going to be dropping that. This third-party cycle is completing. With the overall energy of the Ace of Swords, they want to talk to you about all of this. We saw the communication piece, the working on the communication. Your person definitely wants to communicate. They want to bring you, and it's not just any communication. This is the truth. The Ace of Swords is clarity and absolute truth. So your person is ready to be honest with you. So your person sees themselves dropping the third party, going towards you, speaking the truth. Then the further clarifiers, look, they've had really hard boundaries with you. They have kept you away. And with sex here, I think that was part of the third party situation, honestly. They had a really, really hard time. Your person might even have some sex addiction issues. And, you know, please don't be too judgmental about that. A lot of, okay, and this is not going to be for everybody, but for someone, this is a message that it's important for you to get. When someone has been sexually abused in their past, and for twin flames, unfortunately, that's a hard lesson, and it's a hard thing to happen in your life, and it's something that's actually fairly common on either side. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying it's something that happens to people. When that happens, if it's not well, if the person that has been abused doesn't receive the kind of help that they need to deal with that, because especially if you are a child, we are not built to deal with those things on our own. We're not. We don't have those tools automatically. We have to be helped with those. And if you don't get the kind of help that you need, i.e. counseling or whatever it is, you can develop this kind of hole in you that you try and fill with sex. And it doesn't work. But it's a coping mechanism for dealing with that pain. And so I get from this combination here that for some divine masculines out there, they had really hard boundaries against their divine feminine because of some kind of sexual addiction or some kind of sexual issue. Okay? And they didn't want to tell you about that, either too proud to tell you about that, too scared to tell you about that, or just unable to deal with that level of emotion and deep issue. And I can hardly blame someone for having that problem. For others, you know, a sex addiction can come for other reasons too. It's not always childhood, you know, sexual abuse or, you know, sexual abuse as a teenager or whatever. It's not always that. Sometimes it's just an exterior validation thing where we feel like we need validation to feel okay with ourselves. You know, for whatever reason, for whatever we have in our life, we try and fill it up with that, you know, that kind of intimate validation from sex, and it also doesn't work. But It's important to know that often it's a deeper issue than just being a player, okay? With the rescue card here, I'm really getting a masculine that had this need to rescue people, like they only felt again, it's a validation thing. They felt validation by rescuing other people from their own folly. So this is a masculine that may have been with a karmic person that constantly needed rescue. Maybe they have a mental health issue and they have, you know, things that come up and they need help that way. Maybe they have, you know, there's all kinds of different issues that we have, and I'm not trying to call out any particular thing or say that, you know, someone is bad for that reason. But what I am trying to say is some people get really addicted to that white knight kind of syndrome, where if they're rescuing someone, they feel needed. It's a codependency thing, right? So there have been some issues that have kept your person away from you. There were hard boundaries because of these things, because they were working on these things in their life with other people, trying to work out these toxicities, really. If you feel like you need to rescue people all the time, or you feel like you need to fill up that hole with sex, those are both toxicities in your life that need to be exercised. Time to work on those issues. We do see, with making a move though, this masculine coming forward. This masculine for sure, and I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of masculine stuff here. So if you're masculine watching for your feminine, this might be about you. So switch it as you need. But I do see this masculine in this connection, seeing themselves as dropping anything third party, dropping the addictions, you know, dropping the behaviors that were toxic to them, and making a move toward the feminine, bringing truth about all of this. I think that the masculine is going to be talking about these things. They're going to be explaining, you know, I had a problem with this, I had a problem with this, and I thought I needed to fix or rescue everyone. I thought I needed lots of people to make me feel better about myself. I see this, the outlook on this masculine is, I know what my problems are. I know I've had boundaries because of the problems. I know I've had third-party issues, and I'm completing that. And I'm coming with the truth, making a move forward. That's their outlook. Let's look at your outlook on the connection. All right. What is your outlook on the fate of this connection? What is your outlook on the fate of this connection? Questions like this can be really good because they help you determine if this is actually a message for you, because you know what your outlook is. So when people ask a question like this, it's always really good. So I got the Devil for you. I'm going to clarify that. At the bottom of the deck, with the Four of Swords. Let me clarify that. I want to see why the Devil is here for you. Before I say anything, I'm seeing some very specific things in this card. The Lovers and the Six of Swords. Okay. Okay. And then let me get a card from the Modern Love Oracle. Card from the Modern Love Oracle. Yeah. Okay. Look, I think a lot of Divine Feminines are watching this one. This is the Divine Feminine's overall view of the connection, okay? Regardless of who you are watching. I get that the last one was Divine Masculine. This one is Divine Feminine. In the other readings, I might just change it up so it's easier that way. But look, we've got time for a change. We've got wishing. And we've got silent. And that's the masculine being silent. So the Divine Feminine, look, she doesn't see the toxicity ending here. She's in her overall energy towards this connection is a state of rest, of trying to recover from it. She can't see the masculine and what he's going through, what he's doing right now. There hasn't been communication. And I'm getting that. She doesn't know that that work on the toxicity is happening. We saw the toxicity in the other one. We saw that there were the problems with maybe sexual addiction or multiple partners and stuff like that, third party situations that involve sexual relationships, as well as the need to rescue people. The feminine sees herself. Look at this Devil card, okay? See these two people tied together at the neck with a red rope. She sees, the feminine sees herself absolutely tied, that she has been tied to this masculine and that she's going to continue to be tied to this masculine despite toxicity in the future. With the Lovers here and the Six of Swords, look, the Divine Feminine loves the Divine Masculine. She sees him as her ultimate partner. A divine pair, a divine connection. But she also sees herself moving away because she doesn't see the work on the toxic behaviors. She doesn't see it. She wishes for it. She wants it to change. With the wishing here, longing, yearning, she has hope. But the feminine's outlook here is not great. She's been in this period of rest and recuperation for a long time. She put a lot of energy into this connection. She really did. But, you know, with the Knight of Wands here, this person was just player. The silent here, you know, the masculine has not been communicating. And we saw that at the very beginning with the Eight of Coins in reverse about the communication. We also saw that that is about to change, and the feminine doesn't know that. All she sees is the silent masculine. This has been a hard road for the feminine, and she feels like it's time for a change. She is not going to stay in this energy anymore. This feminine is moving on. No matter how much she loves the masculine, no matter how much she wishes it will change, she is in the mindset of moving on right now. With the Six of Swords, with time for a change, with the toxicity. She doesn't want to stay in this resting period in her life. She wants her life to move forward, so she's planning to move forward. Now, with the masculine actually making those changes and working on communication and coming forward, we saw that as all positive. That can affect the feminine. She is longing for him. She is hoping for the future. She does see him as her ultimate lover. But she just hasn't seen any progress. And so she's doing the healthy thing and doing good things for herself and moving forward in her life. I see this as a present energy. She's working on moving forward. Now, we see the masculine putting in the effort, though. So he could come forward and turn this around. This is just current energies for both counterparts. It doesn't mean that feminine is moving forward forever and masculine has no chance now. It just means that this is her mindset right now because she can't see what he's doing. He's not communicating it at all. Okay. All right, let's go to the next question. Shuffle these up a little bit. Okay, the next question is, what is about to shift? Where do I have these upside down? Hold on. Something weird going on. Where did they cut? I put half of them upside down. Oh, no, just one was upside down. The devil. Looking again at that. Interesting. And the Ace of Wands on the top of that stack. Yeah, the masculine is really going to need to show the feminine that he's working on those toxic behaviors. It's going to be a sticking point for this connection when communication comes. Can't just talk about it. He's going to have to show it and prove it. I mean, and I'm sorry to say that because we know one of the things that shows that you're healed, that you're ready to come into union, is to be able to say, I trust you and I forgive you, and let's move forward with an open heart and on both sides. So if the feminine is harboring too much worry, and not trusting, it can really cause another separation can happen. However, she has to learn to have good boundaries up, and you know, if she actually sees behaviors that aren't good, she has to be able to cut that off and say, hey, look, you're not ready. So that's important. But you do have to be able to come into it with an open mind and an open heart and give the other person a chance to show you. So it's a balance. The Hanging Man. What's shifting? What's about to shift? The Hanging Man. Okay. I feel like I want another card. I was going to do one for each, but I feel like I want another one of these cards for some reason. Let's do that. I'm just being pulled to it. Is it that one? And Two of Swords. On the bottom of the deck is the Page of Coins. So what's shifting here? Let me get a clarifier from the Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Two of Swords and Two of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. That's interesting. And I want to get one from the Modern Love Oracle. Another clarifier, please. What is about to shift in this connection in the near future? What is shifting? Okay, I get this one. That's pretty cool. Hold on. Cards everywhere. One card, please. One card, please. Oh, okay. Okay. So look, in this connection, what is about to shift? Someone has been in really stagnant energy. And I saw the overall energy for the Divine Feminine's outlook has been Four of Swords. She's been resting. And earlier, we saw the Hermit for the Divine Masculine as far as communication. So you guys have both been hanging back. There's been a hanging back energy, a hanged man energy for both of you. Trying to get new perspective, trying to heal, trying to learn and grow. And this hanging man energy has caused indecision. Like it's been in the tree too long, right? You put yourself in the tree. You hung yourself up there to get new perspective. You hung back. But you did it for so long that it caused this Two of Swords energy, like unable to make a decision. But, you know, look at that see-through mask, right? Because the Two of Swords is always kind of masked up, blindfolded. But it's clear. You can actually see. So even though you could actually, you were here a long time in this hangman energy, you got your new perspective, but you didn't get out of the tree. Even though you could see, you didn't get out of the tree. You hung up there, and I think it's on both sides, right? Could be just one or the other. You take it as it resonates for your story. But this caused some indecision. Not a healthy indecision. This is like hemming and hawing, like don't want to make a choice. Notice that these two swords are at equal levels, not making a choice at all. They look exactly the same, those two swords. You know, sometimes with the Two of Swords, one is higher than the other, so you can see like there's a choice being made, like I kind of know what I want. This Hanged Man energy caused this total indecision, just and look how the jewelry is right over the throat on here. There's this stone, a blue stone, right over the throat chakra, and you know, blue is for the throat chakra. So it caused muteness. Someone would not, and it could be the divine masculine, it could be both, take it as it resonates, but someone was not making a choice, period. Even though they had all the information they needed, they could see the truth. They could see, but they didn't make a choice, and they stayed mute. And we saw the mute card for the Divine Feminine's outlook for the future. Like, because he's been so mute, she's just like, I gotta move on. You're not talking to me, I've gotta move on. You're not communicating with me, you're not telling me what's happening. So what's shifting here? Look at, we got the Two of Swords clarifying the Two of Swords. This is really interesting to me because this, the first Two of Swords, is I can't make a decision. Actually, I can see, but I don't want to make a decision. This is a stubborn energy. I'm staying in the tree and I'm not making a choice. But then we have clarifying of this Two of Swords. This Two of Swords, you see these crows up here in the air, and they're pulling at these strings that were binding her, and they're going to pull off her blindfold in a minute here. They're unbinding her. Mental clarity. This is about getting mental clarity and being unbound and being able to make the choice. So what's shifting here? Getting out of the tree, getting out of this energy of not making a choice and making the damn choice. Six of Pentacles, getting balanced. Balance is being restored here. This is what's shifting. Page of Coins, planning to make an offer. The page is not a knight. They're not a king. They don't have the power to make an offer, but they're planning one. This is your person graduating from a page up to like a queen level, and a queen level to me is absolutely equal to a king. And don't worry about the energy, but the queen, it's like making an offer with love in your heart, because the queen is more in that feminine energy. Like the page is ready to graduate up to a queen to make an offer. And feminine power, you know, what's shifting here? The feminine here is really in her strength, really in her independence. She is moving forward. This is part of what's shifting. She's moving forward. So divine masculine, if he wants his shot with her, he's going to have to get his butt in gear and get out of the tree pretty soon. But she's moving, and she could meet someone else. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, maybe they're not ready to be together yet. I don't know. All I'm doing is reading what's here. But I do see balance being restored here, and I do see making a choice, getting out of that hangman energy, making a choice about making an offer at a queen status, getting there. This is moving. This is not staying stuck anymore. I don't see stuck anymore. Okay, next question. Divine masculine is really worried about talking about the third party situation now, I'll tell you that. Caused a lot of pain. It's really tough. I mean, it takes a lot of strength to get past that, right? It's tough. But Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine are both very strong individuals. You could do it. Alright, last question for this reading. Will there be union? Are you guys going to come into union? So, Spirit, tell me about union with this connection. I want to know. As it stands now, will there be union? You guys can see this and change up your game plan. You can change your attitude. You can change your actions. Either partner can do that at any time for any reason, but as it stands now, tell me about union in this connection. Are we going to see that? We're going to see that. I know this is the edge of your seat question. Not all twin flames come into union, and I'm actually talking about romantic union where you are living a life together. Okay? If that's not what you want, you can take it as it resonates for you. Seven of Wands. I'm going to get another card and we're going to clarify. Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck. Overall energy. Ten of Swords. Okay, for the Light Seers, let's clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. This feminine is really going to be defensive. She's feeling hurt and she's feeling like it took a lot of time. That's what I'm seeing here. Oh my God, look at Queen of Swords flipped. I'm going to put it back, but we got Queen of Swords and Queen of Swords. And we got the Hanged Man. Okay. And we got the Seven of Swords. Okay. Let me get a Modern Love Oracle card. And we got Conjure, Create, Manifest, Bring to Life. So the answer that I get here is, will there be union? It's going to be very dependent upon the communication in this connection. Of course it is, but look, as it stands, the Divine Feminine is feeling very defensive about the third party situation with the Seven of Swords here, about the painful cycle. This has been a really painful cycle, and it's been really, really challenging with the Five of Cups here. It was just really hard to endure. And you know, the masculine's just been watching and waiting. The offer hasn't come, and there's been this toxicity to deal with. It's caused a lot of anxiety, okay? So, as it stands, the feminine is extremely defensive about the things that have happened in this connection, and she is actually in the Hanged Man energy. She is not coming forward. Look, the masculine here is going to have to manifest like a motherfucker if he wants this. He's going to have to put the work in with Conjure here, Create, Manifest, Bring to Life. If he wants to bring this connection back to life, he can do it. He has all the tools that he needs. This is like the Magician card here. Look at that. Look at what the masculine here has the power to do. He is going to have to break down the Divine Feminine's defenses about the things that have happened here. He's got to work on that offer, getting in that Queen of Pentacles energy, solid, stable, grounded. Gonna have to build a foundation here, and he's gonna have to complete this cycle. So it's really dependent. Union's going to happen if the masculine decides to really put in the work. If he wants it enough to work past the Queen of Swords energy that the feminine is in right now because of the things that have happened in this connection. I mean, the Queen of Swords is only the Queen of Swords because she's been hurt very deeply. And she's evolved and she's learned not to accept bullshit in her life anymore. So she'll cut things right out. And she's defending her right to be the Queen of Swords here with the Seven of Wands. She's defending her right to be that. Because it has been very painful. But with the Hanged Man here, the Seven of Swords and Conjure, I do get that if the masculine puts in the effort, she is willing to gain a new perspective. She's willing. The Queen of Swords is a queen. She's not just a bitch. If this were in reverse, I would say no chance. Absolutely no chance. Queen of Swords is upright, so she's still a queen. She's not going to tolerate any nonsense, but she will be fair and she will listen. The Queen of Swords is fair. The Hanged Man here gives me hope that if the Divine Masculine puts in the energy here, puts in the effort, shows change, she can change her perspective on this really painful cycle. The Lover's card. You know, this is who you are to each other. But, you know, the High Priestess, so much has been hidden here. And the Hierophant, there a confession needs to happen. Masculine needs to come forward and actually say what happened here and be real about it. We saw that with the Ace of Swords earlier. I think it'll happen. But it needs to happen with the Hierophant. This is about confessing. And look at the Four Wands there above the Hierophant. That's 1111. That's the Twin Flame card. That's union. If he wants union, he can get it. He just has to be honest. And bring justice to the situation. The Two of Cups here. Make the choice to hold on to your person. This third-party situation has been really damaging. Got to put in the work and be patient, masculine, if you want this. Okay. All right. That's what we've got for you today. I hope that was helpful. If you like the reading, please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up button. That is really, really helpful. It's a great energy exchange. I appreciate that very much. If you want something more personalized, please feel free to go to my website, which is shown at the beginning and the end of the video. And you can purchase a personal reading where we'll dive right into your personal situation. Okay, guys, I love you, and I will see you next time. Welcome all to those of you who chose this Wheel of Fortune from the Tarot of Dreams and the green Kyanite, which is the second option in this reading. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and we'll put this card back in the deck so we have a full deck to work from. We're asking about the fate of your connection. We're asking very pointed questions of spirit and getting very direct channeled answers. So I've already called on Spirit, done Palo Santo, grounded and protected. Let's go ahead and ring the singing bowl to clear the energy. Also helps to kind of recenter and refocus, which is great. Okay. So let's start off the reading by asking about communication. So we want to know about communication that will be coming that is directly about the fate of this connection and where this connection is headed. So this isn't how was your day, how are you? This is what we're doing and where we're going. So let's ask about that type of communication. Spirit, what can you tell me in this connection about that kind of communication coming up? Okay. All right. I wanted one card, but three flipped, and we're going to take them. We've got the Page of Swords, we've got the Fool, and we've got the Queen of Swords. What's on the bottom of the deck? Judgment. Okay, so the overall energy about communication here, there's been a big wake-up call about it. someone is understanding that communication is important and it has to happen. Someone has been, this person, I'm going to venture to say divine masculine, but you put it as the character that fits in your connection that's been in this energy. Someone's just been doing nothing but watching and waiting and watching and waiting. But it's time to take a risk. It's time to take a risk and communicate. Someone's gotten a wake-up call about that. The Divine Feminine is in her Queen of Swords energy because of the lack of communication. So this Divine Masculine is going to have to come forward and really come with truth, honesty, and clarity. The Queen of Swords is only the Queen of Swords because she's been hurt. And she's protecting her heart. She's self-loving and she's taking care of herself and protecting herself. However, she's also very fair. She's very communicative and willing to talk. Okay? She's not willing to listen to a lot of bullshit. She's got a great bullshit detector. Okay? Let's get a Modern Love Oracle card or two to clarify this just a little bit. There's definitely a wake-up call about the need for communication. The Divine Masculine, this Judgment card, look at this character with, I don't know if you can see it well, but they've got a triangle on their forehead. Third eye is really open. Really woken up about this connection and wants to resurrect it. This masculine wants to resurrect the connection. Bring it back from the dead is what I'm hearing. Bring the Divine Feminine back from a place where he had left her that way. Divine Feminine didn't think that this would ever come back around. So we've got the Unknown. Let's get one more. Yeah. Hold on, I'll tell you why I'm laughing. So I'm coming clean too. Okay. Okay, so look, the Unknown, the big thing about this one is the masculine does not know, neither side knows what's going to come of this communication, this next communication between you, and it's going to require bravery. The outcome of this is not known, right? But the Divine Masculine is ready, absolutely ready to come clean, to purify the situation, to atone for wrongs, to purge all the nasty stuff between you, totally unburden himself to the Divine Feminine. And as the Queen of Swords, the Divine Feminine is willing to do the same thing. So they're in a really nice equal energy that way. It's requiring a lot of bravery to do it though. You see, I just want one from the Light Seers Tarot. Tell me about the masculine. Okay, I got two. I'm going to take both of the ones that flipped. All right. I can't take any more. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll take it. I want one. I get four. So, look. In regards to this bravery here from the masculine energy, he's got to come in his stable, grounded King of Pentacles energy. And I think that he's getting there. He's got to come in his heart space with an offer of love. And he's got to have really good, healthy boundaries. Both people need really good, healthy boundaries. That's what this particular Seven of Wands is about. Being at peace in yourself and knowing what's okay and what's not. Respecting each other's boundaries. That really needs to happen in this communication. It's going to take some patience with each other. If you want to grow something beautiful out of this conversation, out of this communication, you're going to have to be patient with each other. Okay? Nice. Okay, let's look and see what comes up next. Hold on. Make sure I'm getting these right. Oh, what's this? Five of Pentacles. It was coming reversed. Hold on. I just dropped another card. Okay. Landed in a weird way, too. Okay, why did these come out? Knight of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles in reverse. Like wrap-up messages for this. Yeah, but this conversation is going to bring you both out of this feeling of being left out in the cold. You have the key to fixing that now. This conversation is, see how there's like this little key against the door and this person is feeling all left out, like they can't get in. It's in reverse. They found the key and they're in. Like, this conversation is the key to a lot. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. No more. Look at how this Knight of Pentacles, they're well intentioned, but they're walking. They're not even on the horse. Taking forever. Coming out of that, taking forever energy, right? It's time. Okay. We'll go on to the next question. Next question is about an in-person meeting where you're going to be actually discussing the future of your connection. Tell me about the next in-person meeting with your divine counterpart. Tell me about that. I'm also going to throw out some possible numbers, okay, when that might happen, but they're not going to resonate for everyone. For some people that might really resonate. But don't set up any specific timeline in your head and then be disappointed, okay? Be really careful about lowering your vibration through expectations, okay? The Wheel. It's a card that this whole reading is kind of predicated on. That's interesting. This next in-person meeting is fated. Okay, I don't even need another card. What's on the bottom of the deck? 3 of Cups. Let me get a clarifier from the Light Seers Tarot. A fated meeting. It's supposed to happen. It's like, okay. We've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the World. We've got the Queen of Swords. The Page of Cups, got the Emperor. What is all this? 6 of Cups, I gotta stop. Okay. Okay. I usually don't take this many that flip, but I just was supposed to take them. Okay. Fated meeting. Let's get at least one from the Modern Love Oracle. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes the 3 of Cups is about a third-party situation. This time it's actually about celebration. I can see it. It's about celebration. This in-person meeting is going to be a huge celebration. At least that's how it's going to turn out. Oh yeah, and this has come out. Came out in the last reading, and it's just significant. Sandcastle. Okay. All right. Let's read this. So we've got, I'm going to put it over here. For your next in-person meeting, when you're discussing the direction of this connection and what's going to happen with it, first of all, it's going to end up celebratory. It's going to end up really well. Like a party feeling, like so happy, like your birthday. I'm getting like Mardi Gras. Like, you're going to be happy about this. It's meant to happen the way that it happens. This particular 2 of Swords to me is about coming out of indecision. It's about getting mental clarity. It's about 2 people communicating. We've got these 2 crows. There's these 2 sides of communication coming together, and that gets both of you out of a stuck energy of not being able to make a choice. It's a completion of this cycle of the stuck energy. The World here. You both are going to be very fair-minded and communicative here with the Queen of Swords. I see this as both people. And then the Emperor. So, like, I see you both fair-minded. I see you both in control and like a steady discourse where you're listening to each other and you're being fair to each other and you're being kind to each other. This is really good communication. There's going to be a huge apology here. It could be on both sides, but I'm seeing divine masculine. There's going to be a big apology here about pain from the heart that is going to put the heart back into both of you. I see like the divine holding this masculine's heart. This is going to be communication. This in-person meeting is one that the divine feminine never thought would happen. She hoped, but her belief in it actually happening, I don't think that she really honestly believed it would happen. The Six of Cups here is really significant. First of all, the Six of Cups is my twin flame card in any deck. But this Six of Cups is about a masculine energy who needed to kind of grow up. See the puppy here and the full-grown dog here. So look, the masculine had some real childhood wounding issues that affected their ability to be loyal to one partner. And they've been on this love journey, this self-love journey, and they've grown up and they've matured and they're very loyal to the feminine now. And there's going to be a lot of discussion about that from a really mature divine masculine who is now embodying all four kings, is the emperor now. The empty seat, you're going to talk about how much you miss the other person and how you have held space for each other. I almost want to cry. It's just really, you're going to be talking about how, even though you couldn't see it from each other, it was hidden. With this Two of Swords here, it was hidden. That you did hold space for each other this whole time in your hearts. They both missed each other so much. This missing each other, this faded union made any other foundation that either one tried to create without the other totally unstable. There was no ability to gain stability without the other, without at least clearing up and coming into good terms with each other. I really see beautiful union coming out of this. I see a lot of celebration. And here we got the Queen of Swords. We got the King of Swords here too. These counterparts, right? Perfect matches. Very, very honest with each other. This is really beautiful, honest communication. And nothing held back. And the Ten of Cups here. This is the happy family, happy life that's coming out of this in-person meeting. This in-person meeting is very significant. You're going to be making a choice in love for each other. You're going to be talking about how you were sad without each other, and this is going to lead to victory. Yeah. Nice. Okay, let's look at numbers here. I'm going to go back to my original cards here. Hold on. What was on top? Oh, it was a Three of Cups. Okay. Okay, so what are the numbers that I'm seeing? We're talking, first of all, I see a 21, a 10, a 53, 54, and 55. What is... Okay, so the seats are numbered. Normally I wouldn't pay any attention to that at all. 53, 54, 55... And they shouldn't even be in that order. There's something about those numbers. And that can't be like a timeline, but it's like a countdown. 55, 54, 53, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. There's some kind of countdown. Like, I don't think this is very far away. I feel like somebody is counting the days until... I mean, literally, it could be 55 days from when you watch this reading. Like this person is marking off on their calendar when they can talk to you for some reason, when it's time. I also see here a 10. See a lot of 2s. 3. Okay, so when I'm pulling this reading, I'm actually reading it on June 6th. So we could be looking at 2 days from now, 2 months from now. We could be looking at the 2nd of a month, like July 2nd, July 3rd. There's a 3 here. There's a 4 here. 4th of July could be a thing too, where you're actually in person. I don't know. That's an American holiday that's significant. Here's a 6 here. That's June again. June 4th, July 4th. Okay, so those are the numbers that I'm seeing. I'm going to roll the dice and we're going to see what we get from that. Be careful on setting up timelines again. Don't set yourself up for disappointment and lower your vibration, okay? But this could be some kind of confirmation for you if it happens. There's a 4 up here at the top of this card too. I'm seeing 4th of July for some reason a lot. But okay, let me see. We've got a 7 here too. 7, 7, 4. 7, 4. I was just talking 7, 4. 4th of July is significant for some people. There's a 4 here too. Some people, so that's for one set of people. 4th of July is significant. For another set of people, 2 days, 2 months, 2 weeks. 2s are significant. And then for some people, it's a countdown like 55 days from the reading. 55, 54, 53, something like that. Okay? That's not going to resonate with everyone. So everyone's situation is different. Okay. Let's look at your person's outlook on the future of this connection. What is your person's outlook on the future of this connection? All right, Spirit, please give me a card for the Watcher's person's outlook on the future of this connection. Knight of Cups. It's on the bottom of the deck. The Magician, again, manifesting. What does your person view? They see themselves manifesting the ability to make you an offer of love. Not just any offer. Offering the big cup. Having a little conflict about it though right now. They've got to get to the point where they can see it. They don't necessarily see it right now. Give me 2 cards from the Modern Love Oracle. Treading water and capture. Okay. Okay. So look, your person is manifesting the opportunity to bring you an offer of love. They really want to do that. There's conflict in their life and they're fighting with themselves over if they can, if and when they can do this. They're actually, with the 4 of Cups here, there's this 1 cup full of just this beautiful light, this divine light, and there's just 3 empty cups over here, and they're disappointed because they're like looking at what hasn't worked out in their life and not seeing right now what is working, like this beautiful cup of love that they have to bring. They're feeling like a little like they don't have enough to bring you because things haven't worked out in their life. Might be monetarily, it might be maybe just feeling devoid of love right now. But they are fighting with themselves over the opportunity to bring this. Right now, they're just trying to stay afloat in this connection. They're trying to keep it afloat. They're treading water in this connection, which means they're not moving in it. They're thinking a lot about the past. With the capture here, they want to keep this connection. They want to capture this connection and bring it forward. They want to manifest this. But they are having some issues in regards to the ability to do so. Give me another card about this. Five of Wands. Tell me about this inner conflict about bringing forward this offer. Oh, look at this. We got the World and we got the Ten of Swords. They need to complete some kind of painful cycle in their life. And I see them actually in the middle of doing that. They're in the midst of completing some painful cycle that had nothing to do with you. Completing that. Ten of Swords. These are both completion cards. So this tells me that their inner conflict right now is about finishing up something else in their life that's been really, really painful before they can bring you this offer. Before they're really going to see it to bring it to you. But they are trying to keep it. They are trying to keep this relationship afloat in some kind of passive way. Right? In their mind, this isn't going anywhere, and you're going to be there, hopefully, when they complete this cycle. That's their outlook on this connection. They want to bring you an offer. They're manifesting it, but some things to clean up first. Okay, let's look at your outlook on this connection. This is a great way for you to know if this is your reading, too, because you know your own outlook, so that you can kind of have a confirmation this way. And it turns out not to be a reading. Go check out another option. That's no worries. And I have a huge playlist of other videos. So if you go through my playlist and some title jumps out at you, it could be for you. Okay. Next question. What is your outlook on the future of this connection, where it's headed? Okay. What is your outlook on the future of this connection, where it's headed? Your outlook on the future of this connection. What is your outlook? And, you know, again, I should say the last one I was really feeling divine masculine. This one I'm really feeling divine feminine. And I shouldn't just be assuming that it's all feminines watching. Some masculines are watching too. So let me switch it up, what I'm saying to the divine feminine's outlook on this connection. And you can always switch them if you know if they're reversed. You know your situation. I don't. Divine Feminine's outlook. Okay. Oh, it's 4 cards. I will take them. We got the Hermit. We got the 7 of Wands. We got the 3 of Coins. We got the Wheel. Same wheel again. Fated. Divine Feminine feels like this connection is absolutely fated. She sees it taking some time. But she is defending it. She's defending this connection, and she's working on a foundation for it. This feminine is all in this connection, but she does see that it could take some time. Let's get clarifiers from the Modern Love Oracle. I don't feel like I need any more tarot. This is pretty clear. Burned. Power. And I'm going to get one more. A Conjure. Conjure came out as one of the major cards in the last reading too. There might be some similarities there for you. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck too. Chariot. Yeah. So the feminine is all in moving
in on this connection. She's ready to move. When this masculine comes forward, she is ready to communicate, move things forward. Absolutely. She's trying right now to build a foundation for the two of them. Absolutely defending this connection to anyone that's trying to challenge it, that's for sure. She's manifesting hard. She's very much standing in her power. This is a connection to all outside people that looks like it's been destroyed, burned to ashes, but she knows better. She knows it's faded. She may have even gone back and forth during her journey. This is gone. No, it's faded. No, it's gone. It's destroyed. It's reduced to ashes. No, it's faded. I think there had been some back and forth for her, but she's absolutely in her power now. She's manifesting and she knows it's faded. There's no longer this feeling that the connection is gone. Very straightforward feminine. Okay. Let's look at what is shifting in the near future in this connection. What's shifting in the near future in this connection? Okay, Spirit, what is shifting in the near future in this connection? Can I have a card, please? Tell me what's shifting. The Eight of Swords. Okay, good. Good news. And the Five of Swords. Also good news. Let's get a clarifier from the Light Seers Tarot. Oh. Too many. Clarifier from the Light Seers Tarot. Knight of Cups. Give me one more, please. All right, two. The Devil and the Ten of Cups. And a clarifier from the Modern Love Oracle. Clarifier from the Modern Love Oracle. Bad habits. Very nice. And finding the key. Good stuff shifting. Okay, so the overall energy here is the Five of Swords. That's winning at all costs is the dictionary definition of this card. And I often get very different things from different decks, but I'm really getting winning at all costs in this one. I'm really getting standard definition from this. Hold on, let me look at it a little closer. See a feminine figure laying on the ground, prone, and then the masculine figure winning here. Look, in this, there is something about this connection where the masculine felt like they need to one-up the feminine, like they needed to prove that they're superior in some way. It's a really toxic trait, bad habit. And that's shifting. The overall energy is the masculine's coming out of that energy. Both people felt stuck in some way. With the Eight of Swords here, they were in, both of them were in kind of a self-imposed mental prison, right? Where you're feeling vulnerable and so afraid that if you let your vulnerability show, that the other person is going to take advantage of that and hurt you. With this particular Eight of Swords here, you see this person in a bubble and they're naked, and those swords, like the only thing that is holding them up is divine power. And both people are starting to understand that they can trust the other person. They don't need to be worried about their vulnerability with each other. There was real toxicity here with the Devil and bad habits. Look, someone could have had a drinking problem, a drug problem, some kind of bad habit, something toxic. And they are coming out of that. They've been working on this thing in the near future. That's one of the things that's shifting, is that they're working on the bad habits, this toxicity. And we got the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. What's shifting? Someone's bringing forth an apology because they want a new beginning and they want a happy, stable relationship together. They want a love relationship. This person, through dealing with their bad habits, through dispelling this toxicity in their life, they're finding the key and they're figuring all of this out, how to deal with their counterpart. No longer going to be in this energy of, I need to show you up. The Ace of Swords here bringing clarity. Clarity is going to be coming. 8 of Wands, and actually fairly quickly with a lot of energy. When it does, it's time to really work on this. Plant some seeds and watch some things grow. That's what's shifting. Some bad habits are being gotten rid of, an apology's coming, and you guys are going to be feeling like you can be vulnerable with each other. This masculine is really figuring stuff out. Nice. Okay. So, the last question in the reading is there going to be union? I know this is a question we don't always ask, and you always have to consider the fact that free will exists, and that can change the picture at any time. But we are asking Spirit, as it stands right now, as things stand right now, if things continue on their current trajectory, is union likely to happen? Okay, and we're talking about a romantic union where you're having a life with each other, living a life with each other. There's all kinds of other ways to come into union. We're specifically talking about a romantic union here because a lot of people really want to know that. I think the majority do. Okay. Spirit, let me get some water here. Okay. Tell me about union in this connection, Spirit. Tell me about union. We need to know. We have got the Six of Wands in reverse. I'm going to get one more card. That can mean different things, so don't worry about that too much. The Two of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we've got Four of Wands. Okay? And let's get a clarifier or two from the Light Seers Tarot. The overall energy here is union. That's my twin flame card. That's also the card of celebrating union. Okay? It's upright, and that's the overall energy. Let me get the other clarifiers and we'll talk about the other cards on the board. King of Pentacles. Got the World. Got the King of Swords. And we got the Four of Wands. We got the Four of Wands twice. And let's get a clarifier or two from the Modern Love Oracle. We've got retrospect. Whoops. We've got reaching out. Okay, that one too. And integrity. What's at the bottom? Silent. Okay. All right. And blind. Silent and blind together. Okay, I've got to stop. I wasn't meaning to take all these cards, but I take what I'm given. Okay. So this is a little complex. We're talking about, will there be union? Let's talk about it. We have the Four of Wands twice, which tells me that the opportunity for union absolutely exists here. Absolutely. And it's the overall energy and is a clarifier. The door to union is open. Look at that. There's doors there. They're open to those 4 of Wands. The door to that possibility is open. But we have to look at the other cards here. So there are some mitigating factors as to whether or not it will happen. There is the possibility that it will not happen with the 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay? So it's saying it could happen, but it might not. Let's look at why. We've got the 2 of Wands here. There is a passionate choice to be made by someone in this connection. Some partner here needs to make a choice. They need to drop one thing and take a path. The King of Pentacles here with the World coming out right next to each other tells me that there's a cycle here with this King of Pentacles, and I'm really being drawn to the Wolf in this card. There's a wildness here. There's a cycle of wildness with this masculine. This masculine has a fear of being tamed. I don't always get this from this card. I've never gotten that from this card before, but what I'm hearing is this masculine has a fear of being tamed. It's one of the things that they need to work on. They want to keep their options in life open, and it's not necessarily to other romantic partners, however it could be. But that cycle has to close before you can have this. This masculine needs to close this cycle, this kind of feral cycle, where they're afraid to settle down. King of Swords here. This masculine has to come in his truth. Be really honest and be willing to communicate. This period of silence, and we got silent here too. This period of silence has to end. Has to wrap up here if you want the union. There's something here the feminine is not seeing. There's something about this the feminine is not seeing, and in this silence she's not hearing. It's like there's something hidden from her. And it has to do with the integrity of the masculine, whether they're fair with the feminine or not. Again, this wolf, I'm getting back to that. You know, when I see a dog, I think loyalty, but when I see a wolf, I feel like wild, like maybe not the most loyal. You know, someone here has something, I think that this feeling of not wanting to be tamed, it's something that the masculine here needs help with. And the reaching out card here, this is about communicating, this is about asking for help. I think that this masculine needs to ask for help about this. Maybe it's counseling, maybe it's talking to a friend or a family member, someone close to them, or even someone objective that doesn't know anything about them. But this masculine needs to reach out and get in this better energy before this union can happen. So really, union is predicated upon the masculine completing this cycle. This is the cycle that needs to finish. And the feminine doesn't understand that right now. She doesn't see it. She can't see it. Retrospect, look, you guys miss each other. You want each other. You want to make these memories with each other. You want to create a family and photographs and, you know, a life and memories. You want it. The possibilities certainly exist. You can have this. But the masculine has to make this choice to close out this cycle and to come forward in honest communication. He really needs to get help with this thing. He needs to reach out and get help with this thing before this can happen. So, is union going to happen for you? It could. But you have to see what the masculine does, because that's his part of the journey. All right, option 2, the Kyanite. I hope that this helped you. I hope that this resonated. You're feel free to watch one of the other readings if it didn't. Thank you so much for the thumbs up on the video. That helps grow my channel and it helps get the messages to the people that need them. Subscribe if you're new. I'd love to have you as part of the community. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Welcome to those of you who chose this Wheel of Fortune from the Illuminated Tarot and the Carnelian Palm Stone. Okay, I'm going to put that back in the deck so we have a full deck to work from. I've already called on Spirit, grounded, did Palo Santo, protected, and all that good stuff, so we're ready to go. Just going to ring the singing bowl. That helps clear the energy, recenter, refocus. So, in this reading, we're asking what the fate of your connection is. We're asking some very pointed questions of Spirit and getting channeled answers that are very direct. So the first question we're asking is about communication. Spirit, for the option 3, Carnelian Stone, please tell us about communication for the watcher and their counterpart. We want to know when meaningful communication, or not necessarily when, but tell us about the meaningful communication that's going to happen in this connection. Okay, tell us about meaningful communication, about the direction of this connection. This is not, hi, how are you? What's the weather like where you are? This is actually talking about the connection itself and where it's going. Okay, we got the King of Swords. That's the bottom of the deck. We have the 6 of Swords. Let's clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. Can I have a clarifier for the King of Swords, please? Clarifier for the King of Swords. The 4 of Swords. We've got all swords here. Can you notice that? And can I have a clarifier from the Modern Love Oracle about communication, meaningful communication between these counterparts? Illumination, and I really got that one too. Hiding. Okay. So look, the masculine in this connection has been hiding. This particular card is they're throwing themselves into work or material possessions in order to avoid communication. That's what's been happening. There's been this period of rest going on with this 4 of Swords. But look, the masculine is getting downloads right now. He's being illuminated on the importance of this communication. I think this hiding that he's been doing behind work, behind material things, he's leaving that energy. He's going away to a better energy. After a tower moment, there's some kind of tower that's happened for this masculine recently or about to happen, where he's not going to be in this 2 of Swords indecisive energy about communicating. He's been very, very slow to communicate. Slow and hiding is what I'm getting. But he does see the 4 of Wands. I mean, he does understand that this is a soul connection. It's a close connection. He does see the feminine as his counterpart. But there's going to be a death to this behavior. Really, really getting into a better energy here. So communication will come. It hasn't been. I see like radio silence in this one. This masculine, just work to avoid is what I'm seeing. But they're really getting downloads about leaving this energy, that this is not healthy for them. They're going to come out of this recuperation period. I'm getting, you know, that you get into this hiding energy because you can't deal with your emotions. Throw yourself into work. Men often do this too, and I'm not meaning to be sexist, but it's just true. The King of Swords here, and this is all clarifying the King of Swords. The King of Swords is fair in their communication, and they're truthful, and then they're honest. They don't deal with a lot of bullshit either. I mean, you know, if there are people coming at them with bullshit, they're going to cut them out. But we're talking about communication here, and the King of Swords is the most communicative person, you know, in the deck, if we're looking at court cards. So I do see good communication coming, not just any communication, really good communication, fair, balanced, after a period of rest, you know, after these illuminations have been happening, and after he's left this energy of hiding. So yes, communication coming, and good communication. That's good. Let's look at the next question. I'm getting not being a flake anymore. I'm hearing the masculine's going to stop being a flake. I don't know. I don't know why I'm hearing that. No more flaky behavior. The next question is about an in-person communication, in-person meeting where you're actually in the same physical space. Tell me about the next in-person communication that's going to be meaningful about this connection and the fate of this connection, where you're actually going to discuss that. Tell me about that in-person meeting. I've got the King of Pentacles. We're getting kings. This is really good. And we got the Eight of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. The clarifier from the Light Seers Tarot. Clarify that King of Pentacles. Clarify that King of Pentacles. I really love it that we're having kings coming up. We've got the Six of Wands, and we got the Three of Swords, and we got the Tower. So let me do this way. This is the best tower that I've ever seen. I love this tower. It's a good shakeup. And let's get a clarifier or two from the Modern Love Oracle. Let's see what we get. Clarify this King of Pentacles. Clarify this King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Wish come true and sisters. Okay, and sisters, you know, remember, this isn't really gender specific. This is about an energy. This is about the family you choose, confidants. I have a brother's card in here too. Sometimes I get a masculine or a feminine energy from it, but not here. This is about being family for each other. This is about being best friends. This is about being the person that you can talk to about anything. When this comes, it's a fated meeting, okay? It's meant to happen, and with Temperance here, it's a long time coming, this meeting. Maybe you guys have never been in person before together. Maybe it's been years since you've seen each other or something like that. I mean, it's you've had to be very patient to get to this in-person meeting, is what I'm getting. The King of Pentacles here, going to be a really grounded conversation. When you meet, it's going to feel stable. It's not going to feel topsy-turvy. You're going to be talking about the things that you have walked away from to get to this point. With the Eight of Cups here, and with this particular Eight of Cups, there's just like a little mole down here. You're going to be talking about interferences that kept you from this meeting for so long, that there have been people around you that have interfered. You're going to talk about that. It's going to feel like a victory. This in-person meeting is absolutely feeling like victory. Like, finally I did it. Finally I did it. All this hard work, and we finally got here. The Three of Swords, you're going to be talking about the heartbreak and how hard it's been to be apart. I mean, how you both kind of felt like this person. Look at him screaming from all that pain. Look at the red strings that, I mean, I see the red string is like the hand fasting string where you, at some point in a former life, promised each other you'd find each other again. And I also see it as a fated connection, like that connection that can't be broken. The red string of fate. This meeting is going to come after a tower moment, a huge shakeup in one or the other counterpart's life. It's going to facilitate this finally coming together. But it's a really good tower. Look at this tower. It's like there's butterflies coming off of it. There's this squirrel that's stored up all of these nuts, and they're like looking up at this tree, and it's like, I just get the butterflies always make me feel like this tower is a huge transformational moment. And you know, this meeting, it's a wish come true for you both. You manifested this. Thoughts become things. You made this happen. It was a lot of work to get here. Right below the Six of Wands. This person, this meeting, you're going to feel, this person will feel like family. It will feel like you've never been apart and you've always been together. And maybe you've never been together before, but there's going to be this feeling of, I'm home. I'm home and I'm safe. In this first in-person meeting. It's really beautiful. All right, let's look and see what we've got next. What is your person's outlook on the future of this connection? We're looking at your person's outlook on the future of this connection. What does your person feel right now where this is going? Okay, where does your person feel this connection is headed? Where's it going? What is the fate of this connection? As far as your person's current outlook when you watch this video. I need to change up, I'm glad I stopped for water. I need to change up how I'm saying that because it's been ending up that the first one I do is the Divine Masculine and the second I do is the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to actually switch that language right now. This is the Divine Masculine's outlook. So if you're the masculine watching right now, this is your outlook. The next one will be your person's outlook. What is the Divine Masculine's outlook on this connection right now? King of Swords. All kings coming out. This is amazing. Just masculine is really in good energy. They've really come a long way and have learned a lot of lessons and cleared a lot of karma, and they're just in a good space. Bottom of the deck, Five of Wands. Okay, let's clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. Give me a clarifier for that. I didn't mean to get that many. Okay. Sometimes it just happens that way. We've got the Hanged Man. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Five of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Cups. And the overall energy is Five of Wands. Okay, let's get a clarifier or two from the Modern Love Oracle. The Divine Masculine's outlook to the future of this connection. We've got power. We've got loyalty. Okay. So the overall energy here is the Five of Wands. So the Divine Masculine sees that this is going to be a lot of work and conflict with different people in their life. I think there are people around the Divine Masculine's life, possibly the Divine Feminine's life too, but at least the Divine Masculine's life that are going to oppose this connection, okay, in the future. There are going to be people that fight it. Could be karmic partners, could be karmic family members, could be anybody that doesn't want to see this connection come together. So the Divine Masculine is seeing this happening as the overall energy. But look at the card that came out as the King of Swords. Like, he is willing to cut people out that oppose the connection. he's not going to deal with the fighting. He's going to cut people right out if they get in the way of what he wants. Okay? He's not willing to listen to a bunch of nonsense. He's listening to his internal guidance now. He's been in this hanged man energy. And look at how enlightened he's become. I mean, this person put themselves up in that swing. They're just holding their own feet. They're not bound there. They're up there by choice, soaking up all of this light from the divine. So the divine masculine sees himself continuing to get more downloads, and the high priestess really tapping in more to spirit. I think this is a divine masculine that's already in their power, standing in their power, understanding their gifts and abilities. And with the high priestess and the power card here, this is a divine masculine that's starting to understand their own power and only sees it growing through this connection. In this connection, but also because of it, they see their power increasing in a divine connection. Keep continuing to get downloads, continuing to get new perspective on everything, not just the connection, but the world, like themselves, everything. The Five of Swords here, they know that, look, with the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, that they know that there are things in people that are going to try and dissuade the divine masculine from this connection. Look at that crow in his ear, and he's giving him a headache. There's someone around the divine masculine that's really going to try and get them to do something else. They don't want him to go towards this connection. But the Knight of Cups here, he's doing it anyway. That's an offer of love. That's offering his heart, hat in hand, offering his heart to the feminine. This divine masculine is incredibly loyal to this connection. Faithful, true, and trustworthy. This divine masculine is cutting out people that give him shit about the connection. That's how he sees it. He is going toward this connection. He is growing in his power. This is a power couple type reading here. I'm really curious to see what the feminine's outlook will be, because this is definitely a couple that will gain strength from their connection. The masculine really sees it now. No longer in this energy of letting people block him and get in the way. Okay, let's see what else we get here. Divine Feminine's outlook is next on the future of this connection. Okay, Spirit, tell me about Divine Feminine's outlook on the future of this connection. Option 3, the Carnelian. Divine Feminine's outlook on the future of this connection. Divine Feminine's outlook on the future of this connection. A lot of cards. Can't take that many. Divine Feminine's outlook on the future of this connection. Okay, there we go. We got Two of Pentacles reverse. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Cups. Okay. And let's get a clarifier. We've got a couple. Okay, we've got 4 again. I'm going to take them. We've got the 7, the Knight of Swords, the 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and we've got the the Ace of Cups. Let's get a clarifier or 2 from the Modern Love Oracle. Sisters again. An exploration. Okay. All right, Divine Feminine, your outlook on this connection. First thing we have here is the Two of Pentacles reversed. So this Two of Pentacles, when it's in the upright, this masculine is juggling two options. One of them is a bit higher, one of them is a bit lower, but they're both up in the air. So in the Two of Pentacles in the upright, the masculine is juggling two options, feminine and someone else. The feminine sees in the future, the masculine will not be juggling anymore. The Knight of Swords, she sees the masculine coming toward her with communication. This feminine is very intuitive, and she understands that the masculine is coming. Like, and he's running for a motorcycle. Look, the masculine here could like motorcycles as well. But that's just an aside, not necessarily. It's for someone. She sees the masculine absolutely running for the fastest mode of transportation possible, right? This feminine intuitively knows that this masculine is about to drop the other options, maybe a karmic, maybe something like that. Something else that's keeping the masculine away. She knows he's coming. She absolutely sees the end of this really painful cycle with the masculine. She's gotten all these downloads from Spirit, like there's 10 crows up here, like giving her downloads about the end of this painful cycle. No swords in her back here. She's actually up and walking toward the light. She does see, the feminine does see that there's going to be some work and conflict. I think she sees the masculine as having some inner conflict that's going to have to be dealt with, though, about this choice. But she does see him offering his cup of love to her. She does see it. She does. She feels, with this Sister's card here, this is not about gender, this is about the words at the bottom here. Confidant, the family you choose. She sees the masculine as the family she chooses. The King of Cups, the overall energy, full of love but has been silent. But the Four of Pentacles, holding back. I think she sees him holding back for a little bit more. I think she thinks that there's going to be some more silence. But the Knight of Wands, though, she knows that he's going to take decisive action when it's time. He's going to rush in when it's time. Look at this Knight of Wands. It's a very placid Knight of Wands. It's not, usually he's on a horse that's galloping. This is a Knight of Wands that's being held back and at the ready for the right time. Exploration. The future of this connection, this feminine knows that they're going to have really good times together, explore the world together, explore themselves. I think that this feminine knows that union is coming. And that when it does, all bets are off. This is a couple, like I said, power couple. This is a couple that's going to really help each other grow and expand in beautiful ways. Okay. What is shifting in this connection in the near future? Let's look at what is shifting in the near future of this connection. What is shifting in the near future of this connection? Okay, I just realized that I forgot to do the timeline for the in-person meeting, which I did in the other two piles. There's got to be a reason for that. Maybe we're supposed to be looking at timelines for union and not for communication. So I'm going to throw the timeline for this one on to the last question, which is about union. So let's go ahead and get into now what's shifting in this connection. In the near future of this connection, what is shifting? Should I take all three of these? Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups we just had in the last one. Okay. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Page of Wands. Okay. What is shifting in the near future in this connection? I'm going to get 1 or 2 clarifiers from, okay. We've got the 3 of Cups. Got the 3 of Cups. What else? One more. I think. The 4 of Cups. Okay. Let's look at the Modern Love Oracle. Get 1 or 2 from there. What's shifting in the near future in this connection? What's shifting in the near future in this connection? Offer coming forward. Okay. Numbing and sandcastle. There's too many. All right, I'm just going to take what's here. I'm hearing it's right. Offer, numbing, sandcastle, bad habits, ascending, dark, ghost, and true friends. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of cards. I did not mean to take that many. But there are messages here we need. So what's shifting? There's a lot of things shifting right now. In the near future, but I'm getting like right now. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. There are 2, but look, there's a third party situation here. 3 of Cups. We have a Queen of Pentacles and we have a Queen of Cups. We have someone that's very focused on money and someone that's very focused on love in this masculine's life. He is walking away from one of those people after finding out that, look, the Queen of Pentacles is the karmic partner. The Queen of Cups is the divine feminine. He is walking away from the karmic partner after finding out that they were very deceptive. See that mole there? This person undermined something about the masculine and the feminine, or just the masculine. The masculine found out about it. This is happening like now, or immediately, soon. This 3 of Cups situation, this third party situation is ending. Divine masculine is walking away from this really money focused karmic. But notice that the divine feminine is also facing him, and he's looking away from her right now at the moment. And with this 4 of Cups, he's really focused on this failure with this karmic individual. Really focused on the failure and not seeing this beautiful cup of love from the divine feminine at the moment. That also tells me that here. So it's clarifying that. I see that, look, in walking away from this karmic, he hasn't yet seen this beautiful cup of love from the divine feminine. Not yet. The Page of Wands is the overall energy. Look, he'll be taking action in future, but he's got to get up to a king status first. Still kind of at a page status after this walking away energy. Look, he's going to be coming forward and giving an offer. He's going to be giving an invitation for this feminine. But he's got to clear up some things first. With this karmic, he has had some really bad habits, numbing. I see either like, look, this masculine was either taking prescription medications to check out, drinking to check out, taking drugs to check out. This masculine was doing something to numb their emotions while with this really greedy type karmic that was so money focused and not love focused. They developed some really bad habits with this karmic is what I'm getting. It really, these bad habits that they developed with this karmic really helped to shake their foundation and make them kind of unsafe to be around. So the masculine needs to get out of these habits before they can come to the feminine, before they even can make this offer. But look, the masculine is ascending here. That's happening, right? He's getting out of this energy. With dark coming up, this makes me feel like there was an incredible and negative energy. There's one of two things with this karmic individual that the masculine was dealing with. One is that there was an incredible amount of negative energy surrounding this person, was very negative, and really fed into these bad habits. The karmic probably had the similar or same bad habits. They probably shared those. And that dark energy really, really made this a tough situation to get out of. The other thing here is that this karmic could have been dabbling in dark magic of some sort. Maybe they were into voodoo, or seeing a voodoo like high priest or high priestess and getting spell work and stuff like that. Maybe they were trying to learn it on their own. Who knows? But there's something very dark about this karmic that really kept this masculine stuck in some bad habits. It really screwed up their foundation. They can't make this offer until this is cleared. And he's got to just walk away from the karmic first before he can clear up all the bad habits that came with it. Look, this ghosting energy, this casting away the divine feminine, that's shifting. That's changing. He's not going to be doing that anymore. Like true friends, he understands now. This masculine understands who is his true friend and who has his back and who does not. He understands the divine feminine loves him, has his back, is his truest friend. And that this karmic person with this mole here in the Eight of Cups was very deceitful. He gets it now. Page of Wands, you know, wanting to take action toward the feminine, but needing to clean this up and get into king status first. It's going to be in this hanging man energy for a little bit. Going to be holding back with this Four of Pentacles, but will be coming at least to the Knight status, planning on taking some action. We got the Page of Wands, we got the Knight of Wands here, so that's good progression, page to Knight. You just got to get to King. Okay? The divine feminine, he knows, is the Empress, and he's got to manifest some better things in his life to be able to make this choice. He knows that the feminine is in the Queen of Swords energy now. You know, she's protecting her heart. She's not going to take any bullshit. She's not going to deal with the bad habits. She's going to need him to clear those up. Until then, he's going to be feeling a little bit out in the cold, but he can clear this energy if he works on it. And the Ten of Cups is available to him. He just has to worry about the toxicity of these bad habits, getting rid of that, getting away from this karmic completely, and then he can go towards his Six of Cups, which is his twin flame. Okay? All right, that was a lot of cards, but that's what we needed. A lot going on for this masculine, for sure. And the feminine's just, you know, hanging out. But she's in her Queen of Swords energy. She's not going to entertain nonsense. There's things that the masculine has to just clear and deal with. But the offers here, look, the desire for the offers here. The walking away is happening. Like, I just feel like now, or like really close. Okay, what's this card? Hold on, I gotta see what this card is. Romantic encounter, rendezvous. I think the masculine is really looking forward to a little one-on-one time with the feminine. I don't think he's had anything close to a romantic encounter in a long time. Yeah, but that karmic wouldn't be someone you would want to be romantic with. All right, next question and last question for this reading. Tell us about union. Will union happen for this couple? Will they actually have romantic union, have a life together? Tell me about that, Spirit. And then we're going to do a timeline on this. I want you to be very careful when we're looking at numbers and timelines, dates and things like that, because you don't want to set up expectations in your head. You know, based on a collective reading like this, and then get really depressed if that date that you had in your head doesn't happen, okay? You don't want to lower your vibration that way, so be careful. Just a word to the wise. Okay. But some numbers in here, some dates may resonate with you guys. And if it does, come back and let me know. I would love to know. I do these readings and I never find out what happened. So I love it when people come back and tell me. Okay, tell me about union. Give me a card. Tell me about union in this connection, Spirit. Give me a card. Tell me about union. Oh, no way. We got the Lovers. I don't know how well you can focus in on that. With my lights. The Lovers. Yes, union is happening in this connection. Before I even pull anything out, Strength. Judgment, wake-up call. After 4 of Swords. Okay. Let me get a clarifier from Light Seers Tarot. Very curious to see what will come out here. Strength is some people's twin flame card too, so that's interesting. Page of Swords. And I just don't feel like I need a lot of cards here. Just this feels pretty clear. I love that Page of Swords too. It's been a balancing act to get here. You guys have been through so much. Whoever this is for has been through so much. I have all of these beautiful ideas for the future. You're really looking to the future. You want to talk about it. You want to communicate with each other. Doing a little balancing act right now on the way though. It's not been easy. Cold shower. Okay, let's see one more. Oh, right here. Sandcastle. All right. Let me get one more. I'm going to clarify cold shower. It's about getting a reality check. Oh, okay. Exploration again and wishing. Okay. I'll put these together. All right, will there be union in this connection? With the Lovers being the main card, it's an absolute yes to me. With Strength here, this is often a twin flame card, also yes. Right below that is Judgment. That's a wake-up call. Someone has gotten their wake-up call about this connection. They're in a little bit of a pause right now. They're dealing with, Divine Masculine's dealing with some heavy stuff. Some real worries. But look, we got the Sun under that. The happiest card in the deck. This is a gorgeous connection. You guys have to have the strength to get there. This is a couple that is so strong on their own that they need to demonstrate their strength in order to get to union, is what I'm getting. You need to demonstrate to Spirit that you have the strength to get to union, because once you're in union, you're going to be helping a lot of other people. You have all of these ideas. Look at the light bulbs and the Page of Sword. All of these things that you're going to be bringing forward into the world together. See those two birds facing each other, communicating? Their Spirit holding all of those little light bulbs. You have a lot to do together. It's a balance. This person is balancing on a sword. It's a balancing act to get there, and you have to demonstrate your strength. When you do, you're going to be so uninhibited with each other. You're going to just let the energy flow back and forth between you. Look, getting here, getting to union has been very sobering. There has been, I don't know if you can see the words here. You can't. Reality check is the big word here. Like, it wasn't just sunshine and roses to get here. It was not. It was not easy. It was a hard road. And over and over and over again, you had to have reality checks to get here. Look, you started out this connection with a really shaky foundation. It was not a safe connection for you guys to be in. You had to separate. You had to long for each other. You had to have hope for the future. You had to be strong, the overall energy here. Do your lessons. Learn what you needed to learn. Heal your hurts. Deal with your karma before you could both get the wake-up call about this connection. You know, right now there is a Four of Swords energy. There is a waiting energy for kind of like recuperating from this journey. It's been crazy. And it's been an uphill battle for both of you. There's been a lot of stress and worry. But at the end of it, you have the sun. You have happiness together. You have the lovers. You know, this beautiful card of holding each other up to the light. Under the sun, you've got the Magician manifesting each other. You've got the Empress. This beautiful, nurturing, caring energy for each other. And look, the Hermit. This has been a lot of quiet time, a lot of time apart, a lot of time of reflection, a lot of time of learning. But you guys have both put in the work. The Eight of Pentacles there. You know, despite your impatience, both of you were impatient. Absolutely. We're putting an ending to the things that don't serve. And the wheel here, look, the karmic wheel is turning in this connection. It's turning in your favor because you've built up the good karma to have that happen. Is union going to happen? Yes. I'm not even gonna say could be, like in the other option it was like predicated upon something, but no, this is just like happening. Wow. Hey, free will exists. You could change it if you don't want it. But as things stand now on the trajectory that they're on, yeah, it's happening. All right. So let me look at numbers. I've got a 10. There's a lot of numbers here. I'm going to take the major arcana numbers. So I've got a 9. I've got 2 10s. I've got 13. I've got a 9 again. I've got a 3, I've got a 1, 2 10s and a 1, and an 11. Okay, so the things that I'm seeing in common here, a lot of 10s, a lot of 1s. So there's something about 10s and 1s here that I'm going to go with. So look, this is being pulled on June 6th, when this is pulled, 2021. Now, these are relevant to when you're watching the video, not necessarily when I'm pulling it, but if you're watching it at the time when I'm pulling it, which will be tomorrow, we could have something like June 10th. We could have 1 week, 1 month. We could have 10 days, 10 months, 10 weeks. Those are the things that I see that are relevant. 10 days, 10 weeks, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, or the 10th of the month or the 1st of the month. June, July, August. I wouldn't go past that. That's what I'm seeing. Now remember, don't set up a timeline in your head that's going to mess you up. Don't let the reading take from you. Take from it what serves you. Okay. All right. That wraps up your reading. I hope that this has helped you. I hope that it resonated for you. If it didn't, feel free to check out one of the other options. That's what they're there for. Thank you so much for the thumbs up on the video. Thank you so much for the subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the community if you're not yet. Love you guys, and I will see you next time.